Hey guys, it's Russ from Pilates Guy, and this video is just really quickly covering off what I'm actually trying to do with my business and the reason I'm an instructor, and how Pilates might be able to help you and how my approach might be what you're looking for. So basically, I had really bad back pain, started at 25, got worse and worse. At 27, sneezing was an issue, as was getting dressed sometimes. I couldn't do anything I liked, like weightlifting, martial arts or rugby at all. Really depressed, miserable in fact. 27, found out I had a condition in my spine. My disc was really early degeneration, condition of a 50-year-old manual labourer at 27, and bulging a bit as well. I then started Pilates, and by 30 I was playing rugby again, lifting weights again. I'm now nearly 37, and I was deadlifting on a bad back day. So when my back kicks off, a bad back day, that used to write me off. It just means that I was deadlifting a little bit less. So Pilates is what did that for me, made a huge difference to my life. My problem was when I first started Pilates, I found it very difficult to get into. All the instructors were these perfect, polished, flexible, inhumanly, superhumanly flexible, perfect people. And I just couldn't keep up. I didn't have the coordination. I didn't know what we were doing. And then the next thing was happening. It was really difficult to get into. So I made a decision that I was going to create accessible, easy to follow Pilates that people like me would find it easier to get into and to stick with and be consistent, and therefore get the same results. So everything you see now, if you Google Pilates or YouTube Pilates, you will see all this perfect, polished, beautifully choreographed, complicated, difficult looking exercises. And for me, that just put me off straight away. It was like, oh, no, and I was very stop-start. Eventually, when I got consistent with it and I found my instructor, who's amazing, very, very functional, it clicked for me, and then, it made the whole difference to my life, and I became an instructor. I went and trained, and I launched Pilates Guy. But that is the reason that I launched Pilates Guy, was to make Pilates accessible, easy to follow, accessible to any level, if you've got injuries or anything like that, but also accessible to those who want to push themselves harder. So I get you tired doing low levels, and then if you want to try the harder levels, you'll already be a bit tired when you do that, but it's optional. You work to the level that's good for you, you work at the pace that's good for you. So that is literally why I started the business and why I chose to become a Pilates instructor, is because it just seemed very inaccessible to me when I first started off. Pilates was actually created by a guy called Joseph Pilates, who was a professional boxer, a bodybuilder, a gymnast, wrestler. He was a multiple sports person, but he created it because he had a lot of issues when he was younger with his body, things like asthma and rickets, things like that. And he used Pilates to recover himself from that, to then become actually really fit, healthy and strong. So that was 100 years ago, thereabouts. And but then it went very heavily into the dance scene, because he set up a studio in the New York Ballet building, and it got very heavily into the dance side of things. It became a very female-dominated business, and there's nothing wrong with that. It does mean that some people get put off when it's an ex-dancer who's got these very elaborate, beautiful movements, but it's just not going to be very useful for someone who's a bit like me. So that's why I set up. Hopefully that might resonate with you a little bit, and you might have just watched this, listened to me and thought, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. You may have thought, actually, I really like the perfect, polished, choreographed approach with those complicated, difficult and fast movements, in which case, amazing, keep going with that. If that's not what you're looking for, then me, with my multiple surgeries that I've had from rugby injuries, my back pain, my dislocations and things like that, my shoulder, struggling to get into some of the exercises and some of the stretches myself, then you've probably found the right person. Hopefully that resonates. Please give me a shout if you'd like any more information about what I can do for you. My email address is info@pilatesguy.co.uk, or you can head over to my website, pilatesguy.co.uk. You can contact me on the form there, or find out more about what I do. If you did like this video and any of the other videos, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Share this far and wide if you can think of anybody who might benefit from this. Somebody who doesn't do things because of their back, or really immobile, sitting down all day at work, that sort of thing. I'd love it if you could share this with them. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.